I absolutely wasn't expecting this kind of news at all, and I'm glad to know that I'm not the only one thinking the same. As of the recording of this video, it was announced that the CEO of Microsoft's Xbox Game Studios, Phil Spencer, will be retiring from the company and will be replaced by not Sarah Bond, but Asha Shamra? In this video, I will break down this recent shakeup of leadership at Xbox Game Studios and the overall concern of the future of the Xbox brand, which has gamers keeping a close eye on. Hit those like, subscribe, and notification bell buttons to stay up to date on this channel's latest videos weekly. And with that said, let's talk. Hey everyone, Ayo here with the recent and out-of-the-blue announcement of Phil Spencer retiring from Microsoft after 35 years being at the company and 4 years being the CEO of Xbox Game Studios. Now, if you may not know, Spencer is a big deal in gaming, especially since he was with Xbox for a couple of decades. He was a strong advocate for cross-play gaming, meaning that even though Xbox has its own console, a lot of their games can be played on PC or other consoles like PlayStation or the Switch. Some of the major things he did at Xbox and under his leadership as CEO was the acquisitions of major studios throughout the 2010s like Bethesda, Activision Blizzard, and the game studio that developed Minecraft, that is Mojang Studios, totaling roughly around $78 billion. Then there was Game Pass that he introduced back in 2017. In case you don't know, I got you. Game Pass is a monthly subscription service offering a rotating library of games you can play, or as Spencer famously termed it, the Netflix of gaming. Spencer definitely deserves his flowers for his accomplishments in his career at Xbox. However, the reality is that the quality of the brand has reduced quite significantly over the years. Sure, with all of the studios at their hand and with all the intellectual property that they own, what exactly has Xbox been doing that truly defined a generation like they did with the 360? Case in point that the Game Pass service that I mentioned, yeah, it started at $9.99 a month back in 2017, but as of October 25 up until now, it is around $30 a month, and Xbox has received a lot of backlash also in 2025 for $80 price video games. Almost like the studio is having a hard time getting that return of investment from their major studios acquisitions from years prior. But the main takeaway is that Xbox is failing to win the traditional console wars in overall sales, especially this past holiday season. Fast forward to a few days ago at the time of this video on February 23rd with the announcement of Phil Spencer's voluntary retirement, officially stated mind you, from Xbox Game Studios, and will be replaced by Asha Shamra, sprouting outrage and concerns with the leadership of the company from all over the internet. But what isn't nowadays? I have never heard of this lady prior to the announcement, and I thought the next person in line would be the now former president of Microsoft Game Studios, Miss Sarah Bond. But she too quit, and who we're left with, well, let's just say she isn't much of a gamer, come to find out. So for the past 2 years, Asha has been working at Microsoft's Core AI product, developing tools and model catalog for Microsoft's Copilot, which is an AI conversational assistant. She previously was COO of Instacart, VP of Product and Engineering at Meta, and was a board member at Home Depot, according to GeekWire.com. So in a nutshell, she has no experience in leadership and game development at any part. And after sharing her gamer tag on Twitter X, to the dismay of many Xbox gamers, her account is barely a month old, which has set gamers ablaze with scrutiny because of how suspicious it looks to becoming a CEO of a video game company. Why not just stay ahead of the curve to tell people that she doesn't play in general? Answer: because that's not what they want Asha to be perceived as. But the rice is in the pudding, so they say. Now, people go on to speculate that this is the end of Xbox as we know it. Microsoft intends to implement AI into their games. I say Xbox has already ended 10 years ago with the disastrous Xbox One, with the reveal being centered around TV instead of games. The latest console, the Xbox Series X and S, doesn't have much cultural relevance like the Xbox 360 did, and combine that with their hardware sales down significantly, about 30% year over year, it's only a matter of time until Xbox decides to steer a different direction, which reminds me of what happened with Sega back in the day, but that's just me. So let me know down in the comments below, what do you think about Phil Spencer leaving and his replacement, Asha, being the new CEO of Xbox? As always, thank you for your time, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.